Recording.
Alrighty. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Coming for Happiness show, otherwise known as the CFH show, otherwise known as the California Fried Hamburger, where we talk about the meanings of life, deep secrets of ours, talk about our favorite cereal, but usually we just wrap around to talking about dicks. So here we are. I'm Connor.
I'm Connor.
Connor and Connor.
And I'm also Connor.
Yep. Turns out today we're all Connor.
Sick. Dude, that's a dope name.
Connor for Huntsman. That's the new name of our show.
We're all Connor, spelled with an E at the end, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, one R.
Yeah, one N, an A maybe.
Yeah,
Where
Connor.
the fuck you putting the A?
Actually, just go ahead, spell it with a K. Why not?
Can you spell Connor with a K? I don't think you can.
People
No,
do.
that's illegal.
Oh my god, we could be Connor like KHANN like AR or something.
Oh my god.
Like some really like Russian like fucking.
I don't know why that spelling reminded me of Attila the Hun for some reason. My mind just went there.
Because of Genghis Khan, bro.
Genghis Khan. That's why.
That's the only way I ever want to spell Connor now.
So, Colin, let's talk about your nice shirt for a second here.
Well, it's got flamingos on it. I got it from Walmart. It was like $9.
That's one thing that I think I'd like to speak to you for a quick second. How underrated their clothing line is, because I see you really represent it, and you have a beautiful plethora of clothes. And I always ask you, Colin, where's your bomb-ass shirt?
Pretty much all my Hawaiian shirts, Walmart. And the thing is, I don't like spending all the money on clothes. So,
Colin, you don't really wear Hawaiian shirts that much anymore.
that's because it's not summer yet.
Well, it's close though.
It's warm spring, but
I think it's a lack of alcohol induction into his lifestyle as well. The more alcohol induced he is, the more colorful his shirts tend to be. He'll even go changing his shirt partway through a day.
We've been taking it real easy on Connor as far as comedic value goes these days.
Yep, we got to break him in a little bit. Maylong is coming, and you will be here. We're making a group chat today.
This is true. What weekend is Maylong anyways?
The longest weekend of May.
What?
I think it's the third week. It's a Monday.
Yep.
We should bring young Greg with us.
What about old Greg?
Maybe.
So why don't we speak to what gets the old gears turning,
Well, I've got something to speak to really quick. Crazy fact about Genghis Khan, and I might not have my numbers right, but it's like 13 or 20% of the world's population has DNA from Genghis Khan in them.
Oh,
Because if he would pillage all the lands, he would just go fuck everybody there, fucking make them pump out like 16 babies.
Oh, he wasn't just pillaging the lands, Colin.
Oh, he was pillaging the fruits.
Genghis Khan just fucking the world. Man,
Is
but
that a
what
man
else
after
you
your
gonna
own
do?
heart, Colin?
All I know is Genghis Khan, he fucks.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you fuck.
No.
But the difference is that Genghis Khan can come.
Damn it.
Not Colin to Colin.
Damn it. Don't tell the world.
Genghis Khan.
What the hell, man?
Get it?
That's crazy. Though. You're a savage barbarian. You're barely even more intelligent than a monkey. Like, you're taking over the world. What else are you gonna do? You're gonna eat good and you're gonna fuck hard. That's all there is to do.
We've already determined that barbarians have huge cocks. So
Yeah, we could go over
what
that
else are
already.
you gonna do?
Yep.
Fucking savages.
What is one sport you guys would like to get more proficient at that you maybe never have tried or are confidently not very good at right now?
Shot put.
Shit, nice. Oh yeah.
Javelin throwing.
Jump board for sure.
Shot put's like the most dumbass, boring thing I've ever seen in my life.
Just
You ever
throwing.
notice how many Olympic sports, like, don't get me wrong, powerful athletes, strong, they're great and everything, but how many dumbass fucking sports are in the Olympics? Like,
Oh, dude.
Dodgeball's in the Olympics, and so is ping pong.
That's okay. Those are both sick. So those are the two coolest, if anything.
Absolutely.
yeah, like I think it's really cool that they're like extending combat sports in the Olympics. Like they're really talking about bringing in Muay Thai and stuff like that, as opposed to just boxing and wrestling.
You see, they're talking about bringing in like lightsaber battles. You see that video? It's like fencing, but like they got like these guys jumping around with like double-sided lightsabers and shit, and they're like, oh, it was cool.
I find it really hard to believe you right now.
They're not real fucking laser swords, but
Obviously.
Fight to the death.
what the fuck?
Cut him in half like Darth Maul and then kick him down in exhaust port. Like,
That would get some good views. That would get some good views.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's what they're all about. They just want to pump those numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We
Yeah,
have
it's
to.
a sport that I'd like. I mean, like one that I've practiced it before, but I kind of like have this calling to go back to gymnastics. I'd really like to learn backflips again. I really want to get better at handstands and shit like that.
Yeah, you and Connor are both really proficient at that for a while.
Being able to backflip just like this, that's a skill that you almost need to have this day and age.
Yeah, we used to do it, man, and it was dope, but
It's true.
I think if I tried to do a backflip or a front flip, my neck would be non-existent. It'd be broken for sure.
I feel like I'm quite too long to do a standing backflip.
I think that's an excuse. Where'd your camera go? What the heck are you doing? All right. Greg, hit me with the sport that you wish that you could play.
Oh, man. Like any sport ever, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, like that's my answer. Like, I don't know. There's so many sports that's like, man, that'd be so cool to be good at. Like even basketball, but you got to be like 1,000 feet tall to be really good at. And like, I don't know, all the basic sports like football and stuff would be super cool to be good at for sure. But I don't know. That's
nothing gets me happier than like going to the Y and getting slapped around by a bunch of Filipinos when I'm trying to be a white guy playing basketball, you know?
No doubt. Dude, a nice beer league basketball is what you need in life. You got to get some of that for sure.
We should start our own.
Mm-hmm.
Beer league basketball. I feel like there'd be a lot of elbows.
As soon as COVID's over, a lot of fouls. Oh my God, the fouls.
All of the fouls. Just fucking slam dunking 3-pointers and getting touchdowns and shit. It'd be sick.
Chase, have you ever golfed before?
I've never golfed.
Not even one?
Dude. Never once. Never even driven a ball. Well, I mean, I've driven a ball, but not with a golf club.
That was only directly into a tub, not into a hole. That's different.
If I learn to golf, I want Gregory to be like that porno golf instructor that gets behind me and like adjusts my arms and pulls my hips back and like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
wait, one sec, pulls his pants down.
Yeah.
More
You want to get real close with your instructor. That's how you really get proficient in something.
Yeah.
You get
Let me teach you how to handle a club.
Yeah. Yeah. So forget your entire golf bag. This club is more important. Zip.
I think just going to the driving range, I think smacking some balls would be a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. It's like the perfect place to start for sure. Just go stand there for hours on end, just get buckets and buckets and just slapping them.
Can you just like drink the beer and smash the ball? Is that what it's about?
Not at the driving range, legally. Can you though? Yeah, you can. You bet.
So you can drink beers on the golf course, but you can't at the driving range?
Well, technically, you're not supposed to bring your own beers. You can buy beers for the golf course. But yeah, you can drink their beers on the golf course. Does anybody follow that rule? Of course not. But yeah. I feel like that's one of the sports where you can get away with just being half cut and just going out there. Like, you think trying to play like basketball even slightly drunk, dude, my hand-eye coordination is completely out the window, and I'm getting balls in the face and stuff. It's no
Yeah,
good.
let's talk about the ratio of drunk to skill when it comes to sports. I know, like, I'll speak from a skateboarder's perspective. You're at the skate park, you're having a good time warming up. You're getting into like a beer or two. You're getting real confident. You're getting real brave. You're absolutely slaying it. You hit like that 3-4 beer, and all your cognitive skill starts to go away, your balance, and then you're just being a goofball, falling off your board, fucking. But right before that, you were just in this like zone of just like locked in, dialed
Just
in.
shred it. Yeah, totally.
What would we call the
That's-
zone of perfection?
What's that?
What would you call that? The zone of perfection?
Yeah. You know what's an interesting thought I just had? Just given the circumstances of how we usually ride, I don't know if in the last few years I've ever ridden my dirt bike without some amount of beer in me.
But like a small amount of beer.
Not like drunk or anything, but just like, yeah, just drinking beers throughout the day, you know?
I find that definitely hurts my proficiency for sure. I become very timid. Well, no, it's like that's false.
I don't think I've ever ridden in the side-by-side not cut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Con. You are riding the side-by-side guy.
I find
Yeah,
that
I feel like most sports, it's pretty similar for that, for the scale of beers. You like one beer, you're like whatever, and then you get like that 2 and 3, and that's where you're at your peak, and then anything after that is just completely downhill.
that was a nice put walked across your bow there, Gregory.
Yeah, she's nice.
What about, I think you got one sport that kind of breaks that. What about beer pong? Because you know when you're just absolutely hammered, but you're just slaying beer pong?
That's true.
Different.
That is an exception. Yeah, 25 beer, that's your peak for sure.
Why is beer pong,
Softball is another one for me.
why is beer pong not an Olympic sport? Like, honestly.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because it requires zero athleticism.
What?
Just to take. Oh, I guess it does take endurance though.
Neither does like chess. Isn't that chess in the Olympics?
Is chess in the fucking Olympics?
I don't think so.
know.
I think we're speaking to a lot of false things. We have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. We're all like peak athletes, so definitely listen to us for sure. Like,
yeah.
Curtis, what's your sport?
My sport of preference?
Your sport that you wish that you could get, or that you would like to get better at?
One that I play? Definitely basketball. After like joining the city league and realizing like just how white I actually am. Yep, that's one I'd like to get better at. Golf is definitely one because I like spending time with the boys. I'd like to go smash some balls with friends. In a not gay way for a change. I'm trying to like pivot away from that a little bit.
What?
Well, it kind of goes hand in hand, though. Honestly,
it's not gay if you have your socks on, though.
There's balls and holes all the time. They're getting wet sometimes too. Yeah. No.
I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast yesterday, and do you know there's such a thing as an alligator snapping turtle?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Connor just says yeah, word. Like he knew that for sure.
Yeah, Connor's like, duh.
Off, Con.
Dude, you guys. Yeah.
I know, like, this probably isn't new news at all, but you know what I find fucking really strange is that, like, they say that monkeys are, like, and I can't remember what monkey. It might be the chimpanzee, but they say that they're, like, entering the Stone Age. Like, they're using stone tools to, like, cut things and break things apart and shit like that, and they're starting to, like, learn and use it regularly.
That's kind of scary. See, the Planet of the Apes, man? I don't want that shit to come.
Well, if we came from monkeys, hasn't that evolutionary cycle already happened again, or is there gonna be like a new stage of humans?
Well, we didn't come from chimpanzees directly. Like we came from Homo sapiens, Homo erectus. Chimpanzees broke off into it from
Homo erectus. That's nice. Who the fuck was the guy that came up with that name, man?
It's Latin, bro.
Sure it is. Yeah, that guy's just a perv, bro.
All right, so
That guy's just like, I like to bang, guys. Let's name these fucking monkeys, these cavemen after that.
Yeah, let's name it like
What if we called it Homo erectus? Excuse me, what?
everyone
Come
around the
on.
table. Yeah,
It'd be funny.
They're all
Think
just
about all the
hammered
people
around
saying
this table.
that.
so speaking of Homo erectus, I've got some spicy conversation sauce for everybody.
I don't like this.
I don't like
Kim
this.
Jong-un, is he dead or not?
I don't think he's dead, Con.
Inside,
Can't see.
it's an inside job conspiracy, bro. No doubt. They're doing some spooky shit over there.
It's
You know
North
what
Korea. They're doing spooky shit.
I have a very hard time following politics and knowing what is actually real and what is actually not. It's hard to know what's going
Oh,
on.
dude, nothing is real.
That's
And
the trick.
Yeah,
You trust-
Yeah. Yeah,
that's actually
especially the weather, man. The weather forecast, dude, you can't trust that shit. It's fake. They
You
just,
know why? It's because we're in a simulation.
yeah, big true.
So,
Yeah.
do you guys believe in simulation theory? Man, actually, have you ever seen the show Altered Carbon?
No, but how they're like, is that where they go into like the people and it's like not actually their body, it's just like a body they get put into?
Yeah. So, like, bodies are just vessels, and like your consciousness is like,
Mhm.
and I might get this totally wrong because I've never watched it, but this is just something I was listening to. And they were talking about that being like the next form of like travel, or the next evolution is like uploading our consciousness, like basically into machine, and like how they like teleport like to different planets and different stuff like that. Just their consciousness, just stream it, however they do it, and then into their next vessel, right? And their body doesn't really matter; they don't care. And I think in that movie too, it's like a tiered like system. So like when you're richer, you have like this super dope body with all these military upgrades and everything's super dope. And when you're poor, you just have like some dog shit fucking homeless guy, some barbarian body with a big cock. Like,
Little
Yeah.
people.
I was gonna say that sounds a lot like the Indian caste system in reincarnation.
Yeah, you gonna come back as a squirrel or Godzilla? I don't know.
do you think, do you guys believe in reincarnation?
I do.
I remember when I first like heard about it, I was like, man, can you imagine your own consciousness inside like an animal body, like a cat or something like that? Because like just the difference is like I can jump 2 feet, 3 feet in the air, but a cat can fucking jump 3 times its body length. Like, can you imagine how crazy that would be?
Yeah, dude.
I'd want to fly. I think flying would be the thing that I'd want the most.
Just one day, you're in, you're out.
All right, if you could have your consciousness in any animal just for one day, what would it be?
Bird, for sure.
I was gonna say bird.
Con, I see you more as like one of those big dick-nosed monkeys.
No.
I see him more like a
Literally lives the exact same lifestyle, just literally has a penis.
I see him more as like a fucking really sexually aggressive baboon with a really fucking pink ass.
Yes.
Why
Cheeks and
was the
glass.
primate?
Con, because you're basically a fucking monkey. You walk like one, you talk like one, you don't run like one.
Beats his own beat.
Oh,
Dude, I'm gonna move to Africa, go live with a pack of gorillas. I'll become Tarzan.
Tarzan, yeah. At least you'll be able to listen to Phil Collins all the time.
I'll bring an iPod with nothing but the Phil Collins soundtrack to Tarzan.
Here's a question for you.
People will be like taking photos of like wrapped around a big silverback's back like it's babies. Like,
Here's a question for you. Do you think Tarzan was clapping monkey cheeks before Jane?
oh, obviously.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I mean, if you were a monkey man and you were raised with them and knew nothing else, I mean, would you really have the consciousness to think otherwise?
I
Yeah.
guess
Here's the
so.
Man's got a nut, right? Like, come on.
How does Tarzan have no facial or body hair?
That's what I was wondering. Just this beautifully shaven guy out in the woods with fucking like He's just a fucking savage, a literal monkey, and he's just like
Just clapping
clean
the
shaven, just
gorilla
like
cheeks.
yeah, just ripped, fucking shaven
yeah.
body, oiled up at all times.
Yeah, he can't even like swing from vines because he's fucking so oiled up.
Speaking from a guy who doesn't have hair from his eyebrows down, it does happen, okay?
Yeah.
Curtis, I'm
Not even
sorry.
a friend.
Oh,
That's terrible. Boys. Like, life is hard, you know?
Did we hit a sensitive spot?
Yes, I should be a fucking Olympic swimmer, so at least it's cool.
yeah.
You can be
Embarrassed
like,
to take
yeah,
my-
I shaved my body hair. You could. What would you rather though? Would you rather be a nice naked boy like yourself, or would you rather be like Gregory, where it wraps all the way down the front and up the back? Head hair
Yeah.
literally connects to fucking ball hair all the way. It's full circle.
Well, if he ever
baby.
did, well, the benefit to that is if he takes his clothes off, does he ever really take his clothes off?
No.
I guess he's the most ape-like of us all.
No, don't put that on me. Come on. Connor already called that. Yeah.
The most sacrilegious, ape-like guy, doesn't abide by any rules of society.
Yeah, fuck that. No.
Church who needs it, you know what I'm saying?
Damn. Oh, fuck. That's so true. So true.
Gregory, I have a
Just
question.
Harry.
Is your fiance religious? I know her family is very.
Kind of.
Like, is she like go to church religious? Like, do you go to church with her?
Not often.
Only on Easter and Christmas.
Pretty much, yeah.
It kind of makes for a wholesome day, though. It's a nice family day. Remember we went to the church with Yukon? Like, that was just one of the best days ever. But did we go to the pub after a bunch of beers? Yes.
That was
Yeah.
that was also different because Connor was performing musically at the church and fucking just big dick sweating.
Remember how much Fireball I drank?
Really got a fireball in a Tim Hortons cup, just like slamming it back. Man, but so what does that make your wedding look like, Gregory?
Oh, I don't know. That's the question. That's the question of the day.
And that's how a man just elopes in Vegas and doesn't tell the family.
By myself.
You know what I find really interesting about religion? I find it crazy how all these religions like hate each other and they don't like get along. And I'm not atheist or anything. I'd say I'm very spiritual myself, but like I just see them all like they're the same. You know what I mean? They're all pretty much the same at their core. Like
Very
they're all
similar
different, obviously.
structure for sure.
So what you're trying to say is same shit, different basket.
Yeah, same shit, different pile, basically.
Yeah, there's like 3 tiers to it, but everyone's like either got 7 gods, one's got a camel and like an elephant. You know, one has one superior power, one doesn't believe one portion of the other. Another thing too that I've really noticed, and this might be a bit of a soft spot, but like I think I noticed this more when I was like a kid too. But do you ever notice, like especially like Catholic, especially like people that go to church redundantly every single Sunday, like very committed Catholic or Christian family, that they almost feel like they're upper echelon in a sense to like regular people?
100%.
Oh yeah, it's really bred into it, and I think that I think it comes down to people too. It comes down to the community that you're in. Like I know, like like when I used to I went to church as a kid a little bit, and it was all about love, and it was all about connectedness, and it was spiritual. And I was bored as fuck. Like I was a fucking kid that had high energy, and I was like, why the fuck are we here? But like, I think that I don't know. I think religion is good. I think that being spiritual is really good for people, but I think that like when you get the wrong person in charge and like the wrong people following it, like oh man, how does this saying go? There's a saying about like unintelligent people, about stupid people, and it's like think about all the stupid people and like most of the population are stupider than them, right? And like when you get those kind of people following somebody that's very cult-like and very like biased in a weird direction, like it can get really fucked up really fast.
Yeah, it reminds me of the movie. Have you guys ever watched the movie The Mist?
Oh my god.
Right, where they're like all like congregating in like the grocery store, and there's that one girl who's like super like God oriented, and like ends up like building a cult to these people, and like all buy into her. I don't know, just gives me like I guess I call it the giblets. I don't know, makes my toes curl a little bit. Who's that? There's a guy that who created a cult. What's his name? It's not Manson. Who did that?
Charles Manson had a cult. There
Was it Charles Manson?
There's been dozens of cults. Like,
No,
That's
Carm, what was the one you were just talking about the other day?
what's that?
No, you were just talking about it the other day. You were talking
Oh,
about
Jonestown. It started in like Michigan or something like that. Freaking this guy, he had a big following, and it was all religious based at first. But then things started adding up. Cops were after them. They moved down to California. Fucking, they were there for a couple of years, and then they moved all the way down to South America by this guy. This guy convinced all these people to do this. I can't remember what his first name is, but it's something Jones.
Was it on Netflix? I think this is a Netflix documentary.
Well, it's the Jonestown massacre. That's the thing when the people drank the Kool-Aid. Like he made like 900 people do this self-sacrifice pretty much so they wouldn't get caught by the cops, but all because he was ingrained it into their brains, brainwashed them into freaking following him blindly.
That shit's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Like, it's really like crazy to me. Like the amount of like oneness that like humans crave, that people crave, like they crave being a part of something. You know what I mean?
Do you think that
having like a purpose,
Do you think that regular employment is cult-esque?
Yeah, dude. I think society in general is super cult-esque. It's like, go get an 8-to-5 job, fucking pay your bills, buy a house, buy a car, get a wife. Like, everybody live by these same standards and fucking all like provide into this bigger system and be a fucking part of it. Be a machine. Don't stand up. Don't speak out. Like,
simulation theory.
Oh. Simulation theory. Here we go. Yep.
It all makes sense, baby.
At the end of the day, it's all a lie. It doesn't matter. Live your damn life, Con, for God's sakes, fucking come for a change. God.
Yeah.
Idiot.
That's what it's all about, man.
Con, the guy, like, he's just the avatar of this guy that just wants to fucking hurt him bad. He's like, yeah, my avatar's never gonna come. Like, what a loser, right? Like, oh.
That's what it's all about, really, right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's simulation, if aliens take us over, if robots take it over. It's all about live now in the present, fucking come, be happy.
Those are the 3 rules of life, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, come, be merry, and fucking bust your friends' dicks in half.
Yep. No doubt.
Bust your friends' dicks in half. Okay. All right.
All right. So to just to bring us to a little bit of a lighter topic, you guys rather die by drowning or burning?
Oh God, burning for sure.
Drowning.
Yeah, I think drowning.
Dude, I don't know, man. Either way,
about,
it's like sucks. So, like, what's better comedic value? I feel like if you're on fire, you could like run around and shit and be kind of funny for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's gonna suck though.
Depends.
I've got 10 out of 10 claustrophobia, so water scares me like that.
Dude, fuck that. I don't like water.
Deep water.
You ever just like you're swimming and like you accidentally suck up some water and you have like this fear that you're gonna die real quick? Like,
I think everybody's had that experience, like especially as a child. Like, those like floaty mats that you used to put in like the swimming pool or whatever, and you used to go in like young. It's like a grade 2 field trip I'm talking, and you guys are all dicking around on the floaty mat, and for some reason you get stuck underneath and can't get out, and death does like that.
No.
Everybody's fine. Like, everybody's fine, but like everybody on the outside doesn't even see this happening. But like, you're under this mat, literally about to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember one time I had, it wasn't that scary, but it was just like a real moment for me where I was like, water's dangerous. It's like when we went out on the lake it was one summer though, out at the cabin. And
you jumped off
the tube and you made me jump off the tube, and I was just out there without a life jacket and the boat's just like going. I'm like treading water. I'm like, oh shit. And when I got to when the boat got back, I was fucking exhausted. Fucking spent. I was maybe out there for what, like 3 minutes. Like,
dude, treading water is tough.
Dude,
I was blasted. Like, I was on my back, like just kind of doing the thing, just trying to stay up. But dude, like, it was a real moment where I was like, this is dangerous. Like, this is not good.
Chase, you remember that time that we were at Mud River and we were with Caleb and fucking he was like, yeah, I can swim down the river. He pretty much started drowning. I went up to like save him, and he's just pushing me down in the water as I'm like trying to swim him out. Like,
Oh,
yeah. But I mean, I love the water. Like, I'm a little fish boy. Like, once I get in the water, there's no getting me out of
you're
there.
fucking slippery like a fish too.
Yeah.
You get him up on, you get him swimming for a few minutes, man, a couple of hours, and you get him up on land, and he's like wriggling around, flopping. You gotta beat him on the head with a stick, like.
With a stick. Yep, that's exactly it. Well, should we shut her down, boys? Mention our sponsor. Colin's actually wearing the brand today.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Like I said, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. This has been the CFH show, otherwise known as Cowboys from Hell. You know, if you guys have any comments on how great we are or how handsome we are, leave them, drop them, or can let us know what to talk about. You know, actually watch the show, share it with your friends.
Let us know if you think Colin should come for once.
Create a poll.
Yeah, 100 views on this video, and I'll shotgun 5 beers before the next one.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Oh, what? And of course, Puma, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being the best.
Puma, celebrate your breath.
Yeah, Puma, shout out. Thanks for the chocolate milk sauce. I know that's what they specialize in.
We should start like an international Puma day, dude. We'll just swag down in Puma and just fucking hold it down.
Puma, it's weird, but it works.
Make your milk taste good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching, and see you next week.
Bye. We love
See you guys.
you.
Miss you.